Yo, did you see that? That's crazy. That's a crazy catch. That is a crazy catch, man. Let's look at it again. 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 Look at that behind the back and see the little He's like he about to pull up a J. That's crazy. Yo, what up? Welcome to Redzone In the Lab. I am Deuce. Today, we're gonna look at Dan Quinn's interview. We're gonna look at Jayden Daniels' interview. We're gonna look at Jayden Daniels' interview first. 'Cause that interview, yeah, man, I love that. I love that interview, man. Let's get right into it, man. Just coming from another show on the Redzone DC Media. If you haven't subscribed to that podcast, please do, man. That's where all the NFL content, boxing content, basketball, all the other content, man. I just came over there from doing a fantasy show with Tip Major. He gave major props to our wide receiver room. He didn't give major props to his prediction for the record, though, but we ain't worried about that. But we're gonna talk about, we're gonna look at this Jayden Daniels interview and talk some Commanders right after this. Let's get to it. That was a crazy catch.
Shout out Redzone In the Lab podcast.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's Benjamin St. Jude, DB for the Washington Commanders. I want to give a big shout out to Redzone In the Lab podcast.
Yo, what up? It's Redzone In the Lab podcast. I am Deuce. Man, that was a crazy interception, bro. That was a crazy interception. What's up, Kamish? Kamish says humbleness can, you see can't there, but he corrected it. Can be an obstacle of confidence. It's a very fine line. We talked about that yesterday. Also posted a video about the being humble and being confident. That one or the other cannot overcrowd. They cannot overcrowd. You don't want to be too humble and you don't want to be too confident. Kim, how are you doing? Yes, that was a crazy catch. What's up, Riri? Yes, that was a crazy catch. What's up, man? Like, man, listen. Hey, Key. Man, listen, man. There's a lot of hype over OTAs, right? A lot of hype. And it's okay, right? Because it's OTAs, right? Like OTAs, shorts and shirts, throwing a football around, no pads, no trenches work. Everything's supposed to be looking great. It's supposed to look good. Like that's what it's supposed to do, right? And it's okay to be excited about what things are supposed to be looking like. Don't let nobody tell you that, well, they doing it now and they ain't gonna do it this, or I'm gonna wait to see blah blah blah. we're just talking about OTAs, man. That's all we're talking about. We're just talking about OTAs. And at OTAs, it's supposed to look easy. If it's looking hard at OTAs, man, you really got a problem. If we getting reports that and we get they posting clips of people dropping the football, Jayden overthrowing people, the cornerbacks getting burnt, the routes is running one way, the quarterback is throwing another way, people are running into each other, then that is a problem. That is a problem. But see, the same people that's telling you not to be excited about what's going right are the same people that's going to holler from the rooftop that things are going wrong. Don't let them steal your joy, man. Be excited about your team. Be excited about what the reports that we're getting. Be excited about the press conferences. Be excited. It's okay. But just understand that you're excited about OTAs. You're excited for the season to come. OTAs, you expect for it to look clean. You expect for it to look flawless. You expect for it to look great. And it's so far, if you have high expectations on the season, so far, everything is looking good that your expectations are going to come to fruition. Because everything is looking good now. Just because it looks great now doesn't mean it's going to look great at training camp. But we're not at training camp. We're not there. Like, let's get there first. But right now, I can be excited about what I'm seeing from OTAs. Right? Had to say that. Radar. What's good, Radar? What's up, Unc? Yeah, it's June 12th, man. And June 12th, Quan Martin caught a behind the back interception for a touchdown. I'm excited about that. With shorts and shorts on. Because if I would have saw that at a flag football game, I would have went crazy. And it's okay. It's okay to be excited about that. Let's talk about the gentleman that told DQ that you'd never know that our team just came together. DQ was so happy to hear that. Was that in the press conference yesterday, Kim? I'm thinking it was. Probably from yesterday. Well, we got so many tweets. Pop. All right, what y'all want to do? Let's do. What y'all want to do first? Let's look at Eckler. Look at these guys, man. Look at Sandra Street. Look at the interception. All this stuff is looking good. All right, yeah. Let's do Dan. Let's do Dan. 15. Then we'll do the next.
And so it's good to have a whole crew here. Certainly all offense.
And remember, y'all, as we go through these two pressers, if I don't stop from something they say and you want to talk about it, you want to put a comment about it, just throw it in the comment box and I'll stop it and we can talk about it. What's up, Unc? What's up, Cody? Kim? All right, let's talk about it. If you can't hear, let me know. You should be able to.
Offensively, defensively, and through teams. And now digging in to find some of the unique stuff that a player has to help set them up and to help set the team up. So I'm excited to see that over the next few days. And we also have the NFL officials here. And so it's good to have a whole crew here, certainly going through some of the new changes and educating the team on the new things that'll be affecting the game. So it's a really fun 3 days. So we're really looking forward to getting rolling with the guys. So all that said, let's crank it up and get started.
Hey, Dan, what can you give?
So talk about usually most teams, and I think even we've done it in the past, these mandatory days, they usually only do 2 days. And they usually let the players go the third day. I know Kyle mentioned that he just said 3 days. The ref's gonna be here, and we got a lot of work to do, right? So we're gonna take all the time that we have, all the time that's given to us. We're gonna use it and use it wisely. So I don't expect for them to be off tomorrow. I'll be surprised if they are.
Give us an update on Johnny Newton.
Yes. So Johnny's had the procedure done on his foot. He's hitting all the markers that he's supposed to hit. He's able to do light working out, and then we'll keep progressing him all the way up until training camp. But no decisions, been made yet in terms of the start of camp or not. So we'll take that kind of week by week as it's going. But he's hitting all the right markers.
And then you had some kickers in today. I think another one's going to be visiting too. Where does that stand right now?
Well, I think at the top of it, just like at all the spots, John, like the competition part of it to go. And so we'll keep digging in, over the next few days, and certainly as we're preparing into camp, not just there, but all over. And but yeah, we will include Lucas as part of a tryout for the next couple of days as well.
Coach, obviously the expectation out here is that Jayden will eventually be the starting quarterback for the team. What do you need to see from him to give you confidence as you move towards perhaps that ultimate decision?
Yeah, and I think what's important for Jayden and some of his teammates, especially the young guys coming in, as the reps are now happening, how are you doing in the execution of those, whether that's playing quarterback or tackle or nickel or safety? And so the expectation is just to see, how familiar he is with the concepts, making sure, all right, this one we want to keep, this one, we don't, in terms of, the things that he has the most comfort with. So I think just really running the system now. Obviously, you see us at the line of scrimmage some, we huddle some. So we've put in a big package. Now it's about execution of it.
And you mentioned before kind of having these thoughts in your mind from Atlanta to now of your second time around and what you would do different and how would you go about that? How do you feel this second time around is going? And is there anything you can point to for us that kind of says this is what's different from the last time I did this job?
Yeah, boy, what a great question. I would say the first thing that I probably noticed is really the work of the players. I thought they've thrown a hell of an off season. We asked them a lot early on, create some standards together, and I've really been impressed by the work and the skill work that they've put in. From a coaching staff wise, it was a great thing to hear. One of the Bill Walsh fellows that had been in here for the few days, he said, you would have never known that you just came together just a few months ago as a staff. Being around everybody, it felt like they'd been around each other for years. So that made me feel good knowing that these guys are connected on the field and off, because the players see that as well. To see a coaching staff that's connected, they'll feel that same example that applies to the locker room.
At this point in the offseason, are you still kind of tinkering and experimenting with the secondary just to see what you have back there, or do you kind of know? And you're
no, absolutely. This is now, and actually through the first 3 or 4 weeks of training camp, there'll still be that to find out the right things, the right patterns, and it won't be just 11. There'll be 15, 16, 17 guys that'll have a role. 3 safeties, 4 big D linemen, 3 backers, 2 backers. So not just at the secondary, but at a number of the spots too that we're still pushing.
And because you still don't have pads yet, what do you want to see from the lines and the running backs?
Yeah, I think what I want to see is just the execution of the system. So for the big guys, they've had only 3 of the time where it's been all 11 on 11. They've worked their ass off on all the skill work and all the sets. So although we can't do that full speed, what we can do is at a good teaching pace, execution, the fits. And if we can get that part right, now we can play fast. And so I want to make sure assignment wise, that's what I'm looking for from the group right now with the big guys.
Every player attended the organized team activities. How does that help you as you embark on the mandatory minicamp?
I think one, the skill work that goes into it, and knowing that this time of year, that's what we're after. We've added a second layer to that because we're installing, 3 new phases offensively, defensively, and on the team side. So seeing those guys learn the system. So now when we do get to camp, we can really apply what we've learned and build that connection that's needed.
What are the subtle things that Jayden can show you on the field that show that mastery of the system?
I would say at times getting out of a bad play, here comes a blitz to this side, get to the check, get to something else, knowing where to go with the correct read. And at the end of it, it's just having command. Honestly, it's whether it's in the huddle or at the line of scrimmage. And the nice part, what you do see, this is a guy who's had a lot of starts and a lot of experience. That showed up early for when he first started here, and it continues right now. And I think when you guys are watching practice, you'll feel that as well.
And with the 15 defenders you were talking about, is that something? How similar is that to what you did in Dallas? And is that something you communicate to guys about? Hey, we see this as your role, and it's going to be kind of like this. How do you communicate that to players?
Yeah, I think that's one of the important parts, because as any ball player, knowing what my role is for the team and what does the team need to be counted on and what unique things can I bring. So once we've established that, then we'll kind of say, hey, this has to go down at the highest level, this specific thing that you're just excellent at. So we're not there yet. There's still a lot of experimentation to go, the fits, the people, the techniques, and that's kind of what this is about. And so there'll be some times when you may see, well, that wasn't a good play or a good completion, but like there's still information to find out and what you can do. And so those are things that you set up matchups and you set up, I guess just unique plays to see a player in a special spot. A lot. And I think what you get across from seeing the two, they're different, but both have really high standards of the things they've done. One of the advantages of going through what let's call it a passing camp for the spring, because that's really what it is. I think Brian has developed into that spot, and to have somebody that's as accomplished in the passing game as Austin, you can imagine how you'd benefit from that. So to see Brian this involved in the passing game through this time of year, that was one of the things in his work-ons that he wanted to do, and you see that come to life.
Last year was a rock bottom year.
What's that? Oh, the first pitch, lots to discuss there. We had a lot of fun and a lot of practice. It was actually my first time at a
Was the
national
pitch
game,
that
so it was
bad?
really
Do y'all think
cool
was the
venue to
pitch
be a
that
part
bad?
of. So it's a good thing
I
he's
mean,
throwing
it
here
came close
and
to the
not,
plate.
down at the ballpark.
He looked like he
Someone
was
had
throwing
another
it.
one. Yep.
That's the
Last year was kind of a rock bottom year
to
for a
throw it.
lot of players, but previous to that, they had shown real promise. How do you balance going through with guys last year's film versus what happened before that and getting them back to that point?
You know what? I didn't really discuss much from the past, and I wasn't here, so I don't have a way to compare into that. And so every year is different. So what I can say is this is what I've seen from this part moving forward and finding all the unique stuff that it does have. So all I was looking for to say, I've got fresh eyes, no bias on what happened or what could happen. I just want to see what your best looks like. And that's what now and into training camp is for. So that's why this.
Let me ask y'all this. Are we there yet? Like, do we still have bias to last year? I mean, have we just said, you know what? Everything that was good that happened from last year, let's try to build on that. Or are we still looking at the mess from last year? So we need to review the film of the pitch. I'll see if I can find it. Cody said it was awful. Yeah, professional pitchers mess up pitches. Oh, Kim Lever quarterbacks. Raise the standard, raise the bar. Pitchers, nope. Yeah, we have it, man. But like Peter said, look, this is, like they tell us, man, eat the meat, throw away the bone, pause. But like, we got to forget about it. We got to move on at some point.
Such an important camp for us. This is our last time together before we go to training camp. And I really want to see a lot of the learning, the technique, the communication, the speed. And then when we get to training camp, we'll add the physicality part to that.
How's the response been to that kind of fresh opportunity?
Like I said, the energy that, you've been around, you feel the guys. I love their connection together, and offensively, defensively, teams, the way they're merging. This is not a, separate country unto themselves. These are one group of guys, although they're competing against one another. Like, that's how we will get better. Days and like the next 3 where we get to compete against each other just a little bit. And as we get ready for training camp.
Dan, for several years, Terry McLaurin has been the consistent presence in the locker room and on the field for this franchise. As you're getting to know him, what do you appreciate about Terry, and what does he bring to this team that you've noticed?
Well, I'd say number one, there's an incredible player there. I think for all of us here, we recognize how good a player he is. I wish all of you could see the man that he is. Like, this is a hell of a ball player, but behind the scenes, what he stands for, the professionalism that he has, the detail that he goes to get things done. a team could be really well set to get a lot of Terry McLaurin's. And he's been an excellent pro for us, and seeing some of the young guys, not just offensively, but as new players are here, he's got great standards about him. And I think that's one of the best things you look for in a professional.
When you took over, you
He loves
used the word
Terry. He's not going nowhere.
recalibration. Where are you at with that stage, and what have you seen in that regard?
I think number one, there's always going to be some tweaking and adjusting to go, but I think for this group of players and coaches, they've absolutely nailed this offseason. That was, could we throw the best offseason any of them have ever had? That's a ball player and a coach. And so we really tried to push one another to new spots and connect better. And by and large, I think we've seen that. And so after we get done this camp, we'll kind of do the same thing to reset, find some spots, and then we'll go after training camp in exactly the same way. The breaks, they're important because our times together in the NFL, and you guys know this, they're very intense. And so you go for it as hard as you can, max that out, take a break, get ready, and then come do it again. But I really challenged everybody, could we throw the best offseason every one of them have ever had? And that meant for the veterans to bring along the new players, and meant for the new players to get extra work in so they could get up to speed more quickly. It meant for the coaches to be more connected than they've ever have. And so I asked a lot of that, but I've been really pleased with what I've seen, and we'll push it hard for these days. Then we'll take that break, and then we come back and we'll go for it as hard as you've ever seen anybody going for it.
Dan, Randon Walker with NPR. Piggybacking off of Scott's question, you said you wish we could see behind the scenes like how Terry McLaurin is as a person. The media has given him the good guy award a couple of times, but what is it that you've seen like in the short time that you've been with him that we don't necessarily get to see? And what would you like the younger players to take away from him, like from what you've seen?
Sure. Well, I'll give you one example because I showed it this morning in a team meeting. I showed each of the players out here, they have what's called a work on. This is the one thing that I wanted to do better as I get to this off season. So collectively, we're trying.
We all need those.
The whole crew, coaching staff.
We need that. Like, do you all need to work on? Like, we need to work on some things that we need to get better at. I like that. I like the players develop that, and they have that. I mean, everything around this team has been great, man.
As well, and I had showed Terry after the catch was one of the things he wanted to get, sharpen up to say, can I get more explosive plays by doing that? And then I saw these practices, deliberate moves after the catch to go. So here was a player that had a plan. Now he's putting into action. And I think we'll kind of know what the result's going to be. Like, he will kick ass because of, this is what I want to do. This is the action I'm taking. And now I think we'll see that come to life. So I think that showed me the example to this player. No matter how good you are, there's a spot to go to get better. And when you got a big gap to get better, that happens fast. But when you're already an excellent player, those little margins are small, and you got to work your ass off to get to that next spot. So I think that's one of the examples.
And as you get ready for these last 3 days of veteran mini camp, is there something that you want to see different out of anybody?
I think you'll see some that's more, and we may feature some guys into some different positions to say, is that a possibility? Is that something we can see? You'll see some situation work with the officials here. So I do want to see us nail those. You've heard us talk about that through the off season. That was important for us. So you'll see some real game situations take place today with these officials being here with us 3 days. I want to find out what we've learned, how we're ready to execute, and knowing that in our league, like I think it was last year, 70% of the games were 8 points or less. You better nail those end of the game, end of the half moments, because when you do,
and we talked about this yesterday. We talked about this yesterday, how important it is the end of the second quarter into the fourth quarter. And Dan Quinn is reiterating that we need to be, how are we going to look in these situations, right? Do we have the proper personnel in these type of situations? It's really beginning me to feel as though they're going to put the best personnel out there at the time that it's needed. And sometimes that might not be the player that you want out there. That might not be the best player in a sense out there, but the best personnel. I think it may be better. I mean, what do you all think? I think having the best personnel, the best 11, is going to be more beneficial than having, the best player out there.
Consequences will be there for you to, to allow yourself to have these big plays to go win.
And second time as a head coach, if you self-evaluate at all, what do you think you're doing better this time around in this phase?
Yeah, I think knowing that there's a really deep, strong crew from coaching and through Adam is my ability to delegate and then keep my attention and my focus solely onto the players and push the coaches to find those things. What does it look like for another player to try new things, to go into new spaces? So it's allowed me to really kind of keep everything right in the middle. And that's a really good feeling knowing that you have that much trust with a guy like Adam on the personnel side and the coaches. So it's allowed me to really connect with the players, because when you have 91 guys here, it's not that easy to build a connection with that many people. So that takes time. And so it's allowed me to be that space with them.
And did you guys go over film of the first pitch at all? I mean,
we did not, okay. But I imagine it's in the film cans, as you would say in the news business, in the can somewhere, and it may show.
Yeah, they definitely still talking about that pitch. That's it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. These dudes is, wait a minute. Hold on, Dad. Hold on. These dudes a little slick at the mouth.
Somewhere, and it may show itself.
Wait a minute. Listen to this.
Or another, but it has not yet. So we'll certainly keep that in our back pocket. When they say 3 questions, that doesn't mean your one can be 3, just so we're clear for the next time.
I'll see you later.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah. Talk to him. Look, don't be asking me all these questions.
How would I say whom?
Get somebody else a shot.
I'm just kidding. There's
these coaches ain't playing with this media, man. They better straighten up. Let's see what you say, Code. Let's see. We're not there yet. Give me W's and I'll talk about it. I'm hopeful, definitely, but they have to prove to me first before I say we are here. I don't like, so what's here? What's here to you, Utah? Or anybody else in the chat, right? Like what's here to you? What's here to you? Can't code it because we've been ruined by our past. No trust. Trust is earned. What's up, Will? Will said hello, everyone. Kim says, yeah. So tell me, and we're going to look at the pitch. Charles said the pitch wasn't even top 10 worst to ever play football play. What difference does it make? Command of the assignments. But no, let's go back here. Let's talk about this for a couple minutes, right? Before we get into before we take a look at Jayden's presser. Right? What's here to you? Right? Because I kind of talked, Dan, Quinn kind of talked about, leaving last year, looking at the film, everything that's positive. Let's bring over the positive stuff and let's build off of that. And I had, kind of followed up and say, I'm just, at some point you got to let last year go, right? You got to let last year flaws, the incompetency, you got to let all that stuff go, right? So, you just got to look at what was positive. It wasn't a lot, it was a little bit, but you just take that little bit and you build on. And so, Cody kind of put out, like, I need to see them win before I say that we're here. So, like, to everyone, what does here mean to you? Like, at what point are you going to be like, you know what? I'm here. I'm confident that this team can win. What do you need to see? Unc said the second preseason game. I don't know, Unc. I mean, they don't really play. The Sam ain't played the last 2, did he? Yeah, he played the second one. He played the second one. He ain't played the third one. I think we'll know a lot after the second preseason, because we would have had 2 practices, 2 joint practices. So we'll know a lot. I agree. What's up, Trail? we totally know. Not the same as the regular game. So vanilla. Yeah, that's true. Play fast, play smart, play physical. And the one thing that's a little different for me with the preseason games is the guys that's out there can also show what the other guys that's not out there have learned. And what I mean by exactly what Unc is saying, are those guys playing fast? Are they playing smart? Are they playing physical? Even though the starters may not be out there or might not be out there a while or might only give you, 60%, whatever the case may be, these back end guys, these middle back end guys, what are they looking like? Because they can show us a lot of what's happening behind the scenes just by what we see from them on the field. Right? If they coming out there sloppy, if they're coming out there missing assignments, if they're not hustling, if they're not trying to get that extra rep that we talked about yesterday, if they're not doing those things, that's not going to give us confidence. It's not going to give me confidence that the starters is doing those things, because the starters need to be doing it first. So whatever you kind of see the middle to back end roster guys doing should be what they are seeing from the starters, because the starters and those top end middle top guys should be out there doing everything that's right, how it should be done. So if me, a middle back end roster, is watching them do this thing right, I see them playing hard, see them playing physical, I see them playing fast, I see them listening, I see them doing their assignments, I should be doing that too, because that's all I'm seeing them do. Right. So if they're doing that in these preseason games where we're not saying Terry, we're not seeing Jayden, we're not seeing those guys as much, we should be a little confident that, hey, look, they out here playing like they want to win. They have some grit with them. So I can say, you know what? They're seeing that from somewhere, and it has to be coming to the guys that's in front of them. What's up, Gus? I will be a star. Jayden start 17 games and has less than 550 yards rushing. Yeah, man, a lot of people got him at 800, 700. Yeah, man, it'll be good, man. It's good to have it as a weapon, for sure. But you want the boy to go out. You want the man to go out there and play, man. And if that's his game, that's his game. Yeah, can they play connected on all levels? Special teams, offense, defense. What does it look like? Are they playing together? Here's a winning team. Back-to-back double-digit winning seasons. I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. Hey, man, let me see if I can find that pitch real quick. Hold on. Did the Commanders post it? I'm sure they did. Hold on. This is him just talking. Where's the actual pitch at? Let me find out they ain't put the pitch on here on their Twitter. No, they sure didn't, because I don't see it. Somebody DM me it if you can find it, and then we'll put it up. But let's get to Jayden. Let's get to Jayden. Trail says, I'm here. I'm confident that the team is in position to begin to compete right now. It doesn't feel like just hope, but actually a concrete feeling of competence and ability. Yep. Consistency, like what type of consistency, Ree? Like winning consistency, positive reports consistency coming from camp, consistency in the way that they're talking about being competitive, being humble, being teammates, like just consistent, like what? Yep. The same side. Yeah, man. Defensive linebacker, DB. It's all levels to it. It's all levels to it. And yeah, Ree, we getting you to talk more about football, Ree. So, Ree, I need you to expand on your one word. All right, let's see what Dan's got to say, man. He's going to get out of here.
Competing every day.
What's been the most challenging adjustment for you going from the college game to the pro game? Because you've had several practices under your belt.
Yeah, I'll just say just the learning curve of going out there and learning how to be a pro. I know I said that previously in minicamp. I just want to learn how to go out there and be a pro. That's probably the biggest gap for me is learning how to be a pro. Having a routine, the playbook, stuff like that. And, I'm just trying to soak up as much knowledge as possible.
A lot of guys keep saying, I get here at 6.
Look, the quarterback for the coach said NFL is easier than college. Right? His confidence has overcrowded his humbleness.
30 and Jayden's already here. So what time are you getting here? And what are you doing in the morning when you get here?
I get here around like 5:45, and just like walking through in the bubble, in the indoor, watching film and stuff like that. But just trying to prepare myself for the day. It's kind of just that routine that I had when I was in college, but now.
Wait a minute. What time do they start practicing? They ain't start till 1 today. So he in the building from 5 to whenever? 5:45? Rookie quarterback? Just in the bubble, walking around, watching tape? You don't want this guy as your quarterback?
I'm in there actually walking through because I'm not I'm still learning the playbook and trying to grasp everything. So just being comfortable for a day and being ready to go out there and go out and compete at practice.
Are you by yourself when you're doing that?
Yeah.
And then what's
He said he by himself?
Me and Luke McCaffrey.
Okay.
Luke comes too. Okay.
Made from rookie to now. And then what's the biggest?
Me and Luke McCaffrey.
Okay. What's the biggest
Look, is he gonna be LMC or is he gonna be Luke McCaffrey, man? Because Luke already know, look, I'm gonna get here when Jayden get here. What time you getting here? Oh yeah, I'm here with you. I'm catching passes from you. I'm trying to establish something with you. I'm going to be here for at least the next 4 years, and I'm looking to be here longer. And if you're going to be throwing me the football, I need to show you where my sweet spots are. So I'm going to meet you at 5:45, and we're going to watch film together because I want to know what you know. I want to see what you're seeing and where you want me to be.
Where is the biggest jump you feel you've made from rookie to now, rookie mini?
I would just say as you rep more things, obviously you start getting a grasp of the playbook, but I still got a long way to go to still be where I want to be, try to perfect it, try to be a perfectionist as much as possible.
Having been out here and really working with Cliff, what has that been like for you?
It's been great. Just the offensive mind Cliff is, the type of coach he is, and how he can scheme things up. He has a very quarterback-friendly offense, just for everybody in that room to go out there and be able to learn it, go out there and compete at a high level. Practice day is not something that you're going out there, you're worrying about, man, what is this, what is that? Cliff does a great job of just going out there and trying to make it as easy as possible, not only the quarterback, but the whole offense, so we can go out there and play fast.
With some of the veterans on the defense, like guys like Bobby Wagner, how much are you picking their brains on what they're seeing when you're there?
A lot. I talk to them all the time, just what did they see, why they do this, what did you see from this?
Why? The most probably important 3 words of a young rookie quarterback. Looking for information, looking to be better, trying to figure out how to be the best player on the field. In order for me to do that, I need to talk to the people that's looking at me in competition. I need to look at the defense because, see, Bobby Wagner is trying to make sure that his defense breaks up any pass that I throw. His defense is trying to make sure that they tipping footballs and they catching interceptions off of passes I throw. His defense is trying to make sure my playmakers don't cross the line of scrimmage. His defense is trying to make my offense look bad. So what do I need to do? Not be overly confident to force anything, but let me humble myself to go talk to the defense and ask them, what do you see me doing wrong? How can I do this better? The play I did 10 plays ago, what would have made that better? What did you all do to confuse me to make the wrong read? That's humbleness.
Made you check to this, stuff like that. But I mean, that just comes with the game. You know, you're trying to soak up as much knowledge as possible, and you know, you got guys like Bobby that been playing at a high level for a very long time. So as much as I could be around them and pick their brain, you know, I'm willing to do that.
Hey, Jay, you said Luke McCaffrey's out there with you. How did that pair come together? Did you guys just decide you wanted to get there early?
Yeah, I mean, it just started from probably rookie minicamp. Luke asked me what I was doing. He sent me up early one day, told him, and he showed up ever since.
And you said you obviously have still some work to do out here. What specifically are you kind of trying to still work through? Is the playbook or just the
everything. Playbook, timing up the drops with the concepts, just expanding my football knowledge to go out there.
Expanding.
So, you know, I could finish off mini camp strong, go back.
Expanding my football knowledge, that tells me that I don't know everything. Let's go to the comments a little bit. Only real ones wake up that early, real and old. Early birds eat the worms. The worms only come out when it rains. Commanders Field had a great vibe for the soccer-friendly match this past weekend. Only another reason that the next stadium has to be state-of-the-art so as to not to be excluded from major events. Where are the rest of those friends receivers? Anyone going to Tampa for the season opener, tickets and hotel pretty cheap? Yes, Gus. There is a group going to the Buccaneers opening game. Riri says all of it. So instead of one word, she gave me 3. Thank you, Riri. Cheap is relative. He putting in the work. Asking the vets. Luke showing Jayden that Puka no game tape. Yeah, probably. Consistency by following through on the game plan. Playing at a high level, being consistent. That's right. High level everywhere. We want high level everywhere. We want a room full of high level. We want practice to be played at a high level. We want everyone to be at a high level. The coaches, the players, the equipment people, everyone should be doing their responsibility, doing their jobs at a high level. So that way, when you have a couple stragglers coming in, that's lower, that's doing things, you know, haphazard or at a lower level, whatever. Just being around people that's trying to do things right should be able to motivate them to want to do things right. That's building a culture. Your culture should change the demeanor of the person, not another person. I shouldn't have to have Dan Quinn go to somebody and say, hey, look, I need you to do this better, or I need you to pick it up, right? The culture itself should do that. Like, it's everything around you is playing at a high level. That itself, that aura, like that itself should pick you up. Don't be surprised when Luke is on the field and some of your favorites are not. Chill out, chill out. What's up, Glenn? With it? Ooh. All right, let's get back. Glenn Unkin is done all loud and wrong. Talking about the early bird gets the worm. Rain brings out worms. I just realized how much Jayden sounds like Chuck. Gotta look like him a little bit. Yeah. Look at Gus, Chuck, who he's a Commanders fan. All right, let's get to it, y'all. Just got a few more minutes. I got to get out of here.
Put in the work and get ready for training camp to come out here and help the team get better in any way possible.
You mentioned training camp. After tomorrow, you have kind of 6 weeks off. Have you started to think about how you balance time off, mental, physical, as you get ready for training camp?
Nah, I mean, I've been in football mode, man. Mini camp, OTAs, rookie mini camp now, mandatory mini camp. All I know is I'm gonna go back to Southern California, go train my quarterback coach down in Huntington Beach, and get ready for the season, get ready for training camp. Put myself in the best position out there to come out here and just compete with the guys and have fun.
All right, so he's going to Huntington Beach. Hopefully he gets some R&R because it's a long, grueling season. And he's going to work out also. But everything about this kid is always about getting better. He's not content with where he is. Everything about him is about getting better.
Yeah, I know that we talked about it. Obviously, Marcus talked about it a lot. So we'll figure something out. There's no fine print, no details on that, but we'll figure something out.
Back to the morning sessions for a second. Nick Allegretti said he prides himself on being one of the first in there, and he walks in and you're there. So how does that translate what you're doing in the bubble to here? Are you feeling that's making a lot of sense to you?
Yeah, 100%. The work that you put in is the work that you're gonna, give out. And if you really want to be successful, you want to learn, you want to be a pro at the highest level. You got to take knowledge of people, learn from their routines, what help them be successful. Obviously, Nick, he was with the Chiefs and what they did over there. So he gets here early, man, and I'm always an early guy. I kind of learned that when I was at LSU, and now I took it here. Still trying to tweak it a little bit, but I still got a long way to go.
Coach told us yesterday we have the tape of the first pitch. We haven't quite used it yet, but it's in our back pocket. Do you expect at some point you're going to see that as a rookie?
I mean, it's already on social media, so it's not really the tape. Blame that guy right there. He touched the baseball. Sam Hartman helped me warm up, so yeah, I blame them.
How many plays or pages of the playbook have you had to learn?
I don't even have a number for that, honestly. It's not too lengthy, but it's an NFL playbook for sure.
When you say it's a quarterback-friendly offense, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, going out there and putting not just myself but everybody in the best position to be successful. Playing to the guys' strengths. Obviously, we're installing, the base offense, base game plan, but Cliff wants us to go out there and be successful. At the end of the day, he doesn't want. It's not, we need to do this his way. We all have input of what we like and how we think we should run that. He always asks for it. Come talk to him. He's an open book, man. And, he wants to be
open door policy coaching. Has that been successful or not? Yes, sir. I was gonna say it, but I ain't want to say it, but he said it. That's why I kind of said he was loud and wrong. But yes, the Loud and Wrong podcast is coming soon. Your host, Glenn, can't wait for that. If you don't like this kid, you are a hater. Glenn signed me up, but there you go. Two old dudes being loud and wrong. Well, it always rains at Commanders Field. It won't rain today, Kim.
Successful.
Jayden, when you're out there, have there been any specific moments, whether it's mini camp or OTAs prior to that, where you'd be like, "Whoa, this is faster, this is harder"?
I mean, not off the top of my head for sure. I'll probably say today, messing with playing around, going against the defensive ones, and you see Deron Payne, John Allen, Clee, all those guys are in the backfield real fast. And obviously those guys in Pro Bowls and stuff like that played at the highest level for a long time. So seeing those guys, but man, just being out there and to be able to compete against those guys and, push myself, push the offense and also push them to go out there and keep competing each and every day.
And then it seems like you're always smiling. How much fun are you having out there?
Man, a ton. It's something I dreamt about since I was a kid. Be able to come out here and just have the blessing to go out there and play football at the highest level. You can't take it for granted because it could be done at any moment.
Jayden, you've talked a lot about what the adjustments have been like being a pro on the field with the playbook. What's it been like? I know we've seen you out at the Nats. You're out at the soccer game at Commanders Field this past week. What's it been like, all the stuff that comes with being the star quarterback in Washington now? How has it been adjusting to that, being in here in this market?
I ain't a star quarterback. Yeah, I got a long way to go. I'm a rookie.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Here we go. Right. The humbleness of this kid did not crowd his confidence. No, switch it up. The confidence of this kid didn't crowd his humbleness. He said, "You're a star in this league?" Nah, man, I ain't no star. I'm a rookie. Did the other guy say that 12 years ago? Did the other guy say that?
That, being in here in this market.
I ain't a star quarterback. Yeah, I got a long way to go. I'm a rookie.
I got a long way to go.
Just coming out here and just being able to experience different things. Like that was my first time.
The kid processes very well because he could have easily just walked right into that. The media guys, be easy. You know what I'm saying? Be easy, man.
I'm throwing out a first pitch. That was my first time going to a soccer game and just seeing the atmosphere, seeing different sports, and be able to just go out there and support them. Coming into a new town, a new community, and be able to go out there and support. Showing them love. So when our season come around, the players at the Nationals game or people on the Team USA for soccer want to come to a game. They can come show love too.
And what's it been like getting interactive?
I'm gonna show love. Look, listen. I'm going to show you love. I'm going to show you love before you show me love. Right? Sometimes we always want to get love first before we show it. This kid has I do it because I love it, not because it loves me attitude.
What have you been hearing from them? What's kind of been your message to them when you're meeting them out in the public?
Everybody is telling me good luck, praying for a good season. Obviously they're excited. They're excited with the new regime out here, obviously what Adam and DQ are doing. It's going to be fun, Mr. Harris, it's just a breath of fresh air for those fans. So I know they're excited to come out here and see us compete in training camp. We're excited to go out there and compete for them.
Hey, Jayden, having guys like Zach Ertz and Austin Eckler, who's been in the league for a long time, what are those guys doing to help you as you go through your rookie offseason so far?
Huge help. Another set of eyes. They've seen a lot.
What you talking about, huh?
And
please correct
guys,
me. Show me my
it's
flaws.
Not just for me, but for Marcus and for Jeff, for Sam, is having those guys that know the game of football, know coverages, and you don't have to be out there and try to make every play by yourself, man. If you don't like it, man, check it down to Eckler. Let him do what he does, and obviously he's a very good receiver. And you got a QB friendly tight end in Zach that's very smart, very intentional what he does with his route running, and they're very friendly, and they love the game of football too. So it's a big help for all of us.
Jayden, there's a lot of expectation or anticipation of what you might mean for this franchise and from this fan base. Do you feel any added pressure because of that?
Nah, not at all. I'm just out here just doing my job.
That's right.
How can I help the team get better each and every day? And that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on learning, focused on going out here, keep competing every day and having fun. Bringing that energy and that joy and that competitiveness to the team, which DQ and them preach all the time. You know, we want to compete in everything that we do. So I'm out here just trying to do my job. That's 1/11th and getting the 11 people on my side of the ball to go the same direction.
Jayden, I noticed the basketball that's down by the field. I was actually just curious, what is the routine that you do with?
I never. That's interesting. I never. I just woke up. Confidence not crowding his humility. What I say? His humbleness. I think humbleness sounds stronger, but yes, humility, humility. That's right, humility. Yep. Show me, tell me my flaws. RG3 would have said, "Well, look at these Superman, look at these Superman cape socks I just put on." So, he talking that talk. I never really thought about it, but he just mentioned something about all 11 going the same way. I love that. All 11 going the same way. I love that.
The basketball? Explain in like great detail.
Yeah. I mean, to sum it up, is different sports, different type of feel. You know, shooting a basketball, you have a basketball in your hand. Once you're done with that and you pick up a football, the football feels smaller. So just integrating that, when you're shooting a basketball, I don't know if everybody's shooter, but you flick of the wrist motion. It's kind of the same thing for the football. You get a little spiral. You got to flick.
I always thought that wrestling and basketball was always great sub sports to football. I always believed that, and of course track, like running track or whatever. Um, like those three are always great sub sports to
Wrist
football.
in different ways. So that's a different way to warm up my wrist.
Where did you learn that from? Like, why did you start incorporating?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing that for a while. I've been doing
And
that
it's because
since
he had
I
a
was
basketball.
junior in high school.
That
So that's
can't.
something I just kept with me the whole time.
Thank you, Jayden.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
There's your second pick of the 2012 NFL Draft, rookie quarterback. There you go. I'm loving this kid, man. I'm loving this kid. So just to let y'all know, tomorrow, Logan Paulson is going to be here tomorrow. It's going to be here at 12 o'clock. Probably going to go live. I'm not going to be here in RITL headquarters. I'm not going to be here at headquarters. I'm going to be out on the road tomorrow. So we're definitely going to have him on. We're going to talk a lot. We'll try to keep him on as long as possible to talk about all things at Commanders OTAs. So definitely look out for that link. Probably posted sometime tonight. Look out for that link. I also posted some short videos of the last podcast. So if you all see those coming up, just go, check them out. It's on YouTube under videos. You can check it out. I definitely appreciate it. And okay, so Trail sent me, let me see. Trail sent me the pitch. Let me look at the pitch real quick. Let me see the pitch. So I definitely appreciate all your support. If you can share, retweet, hit those like buttons for me. I definitely appreciate it. Let me get this up. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right. I don't know who he pointing to. Teddy distracted him, man. Nah, man. Teddy distracted him. Watch this. He about to throw a strike. Look at Teddy come out of nowhere. See, look, he was like this. Come on, Teddy. Look, Teddy losing weight. But I think the issue with athletes, like Jayden and quarterbacks, for instance, they're trying to throw. right? They're trying to throw the baseball instead of pitching it. And if you don't know what that is, or throwing the ball like it's a baseball, he's trying to throw it like it's a football, probably, and it's a totally different motion. For those of us that play baseball, you know. Thanks for sharing. Shaking my head, Tutler, Tutty. He thought Tutty was catching for him. Yeah, man. He said you and JD, JD related, Chuck. All right, again, we definitely appreciate y'all, man. Yeah, we're gonna be back tomorrow with Logan. We're gonna be here Friday with Double A. Anthony Armstrong is going to join us at 5. We're going to talk some alumni stuff. We're going to talk some different facilities. You know, he's played for a couple of teams. I just want to ask some questions about their facilities and what it looks like. Do we actually have had the worst facility from what he's seen? I don't think we do, but I can't wait, man. And then some clips going to be posting out. Might post something out today from yesterday and tomorrow. So if you see them pop up, turn your notifications on. I appreciate it. So you're going to get some clips. And remember, Redzone DC Media, please subscribe to that channel. We're going to have content over there. We're going to have content on another channel that we're setting up. It's also going to be Commanders based. And we're going to throw some clips out. So definitely be on the lookout for that. I definitely appreciate all of you. Appreciate your time. I know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with me. I definitely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart, one love.